PT2 if you're still watching, which you're not. But hey, suck.
Speaker control, yet you cause chaos.
But what are we, a team? No. We're a chemical mixture that makes chaos. We're a time bomb.
You need to stop. Why shouldn't the guy let off?
You know damn well why. Back off.
Oh, I'm starting to want you to make me.
Big man, shoot a lumber. Take that off. What are you?
Genius, billionaire, playboy.
I know guys would learn that with 10 of you. I've seen the footage. The only thing you really fight for is yourself.
That's why Cap is a better Avenger than Iron Man. You can prefer the character of Iron Man, but as the ideals of the Avengers, Captain America's the ideal Avenger and the best Avenger.
You know, you may not be a threat, but you better stop pretending to be a hero.
A hero? Like you? You're a laboratory experiment, Rogers. Everything special about you came out of a bottle.
And I totally disagree with that, because he was as much of a hero before, which is basically the whole point of the first Captain America movie, and it's done like the same thing.
Put on the suit. Let's go a few rounds.
People are so petty and tiny.
Yeah, this is a team.
Agent Romanoff, would you escort Dr. Banner back to his...
Where? You rented my room.
The cell was just
In case you needed to kill me, but you can't. I know, I tried. I got low. I didn't see anything, so I put a bullet in my mouth, and the other guy spit it out. So I moved on. I focused on helping other people. I was good, until you dragged me back into this freak show and put everyone here at risk. You want to know my secret, Agent Romanoff? You want to know how I stay calm?
Banner. Tell us something. Got it.
Sorry, kid, you don't get to see my party trick after all.
You okay with the Tesseract?
I can get there
All
fast.
the Tesseract belongs on Asgard. No human is a match for
You're not going alone. You're stopping. Put on the suit. Let's find out.
I'm not afraid of you.
Put on the suit.
Oh my God.
Put on the suit.
Yeah.
No!
Startup detonation. Number 3 engine is down. They get it running? Talk to me.
Her body looks mostly intact, but it's impossible to get out there to make repairs while we're in the air.
We lose one more engine, we won't be. Somebody's gonna get out.
I really like how this is what brings the, like I said, the Avengers come together because they have to, and that's really emphasised in this bit.
Okay. Okay, right?
Keep that engine down. The tension, we can take it to a nerve.
Engine 3. I'll meet you there.
Bruce, you gotta fight it. This is just what Loki wants. You'll be okay with me. You're gonna be okay. I swear on my life, I will get you out of this. You will walk away and never have.
I really like how they used from the first Avengers comic that Loki manipulates the Hulk, and then the Avengers have to basically team up to fight the Hulk. Or not really team up because the two of them involved, but they incorporate that part from the comic.
Take us to the water.
Flying blind. Navigation's recalibrating after the engine failure.
Is the sun coming up?
Yes, sir.
Then put it on the left. Get us over water. One more turbine goes down and we drop.
Cap in this bit doesn't even hesitate, just goes out there to try and do it, which, like I said, I'm going to keep saying this, just a true hero, a true Avenger.
Superconducting cooling system back online before it increases the rotors. We're dislodging the debris. I need you to get to that engine control panel and tell me which relays are in overload position.
And it's good to see Tony and Steve actually working together instead of fighting. Because although they disagree, they have always had some sort of respect for each other,
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
which is really accurate for the characters. I really like this fight because everyone wanted a Thor vs Hulk fight, and Thor would win. I don't care what people say in Ragnarok. Hulk, he didn't cheat, but the Grandmaster did. Thor would have won. Thor would always. Ever since this, I've said Thor would beat the Hulk, and I honestly think he would.
What's our next move? Even if I clear the rotors, this thing won't re-engage without a jump. I'm gonna have to get in there and push. Well, if that thing gets up to speed, you'll get shredded. That stator control unit can reverse the polarity long enough to disengage MagLab, and that's Speak English. See that red lever? It'll slow the rotors down long enough for me to get out. Stand by it. Wait for my word.
That timing though. That timing. Fun fact, they actually used Vil Jet, which was left over from Die Hard 4.0, and that's the same jet that's in this. Grenade! Goes there!
Get his attention.
Escort 6 up, proceed to Wishbone and engage Oracle. Don't get too close.
I didn't really know how to. I remember not really knowing how to feel about Cap using a gun, even though he does in Second World War. As soon in the comics, at least, as soon as he gets into the present day, he doesn't really use guns. But that bit there is the only thing he had to be able to hold the enemy forces off.
He took out our system. He's heading for the detention level. Anybody copy?
Agent Romanoff. Copy.
Oh, it's about to be the fight between Black Widow and Hawkeye. I do like that fight. What I also like about the relationship between Thor and Loki is that they actually do behave like brothers. That's how me and my brother behave all the time. Obviously not as severe, but it's pretty accurate. That guy was in an episode of Agents of Supergirl I watched this morning. That security guy. He played Reynolds in season 1, episode 6 of Supergirl.
Move away, please. You like this? Started working on the prototype after we sent the destroyer. Even I don't know what it does. Want to find out?
No! I actually screamed out no in the cinema at the same time as Thor. And I was the only like I said, I was the only person who knew who Coulson was from the other films. So I was the only person that was actually upset when he died, sadly. Because he's such a cool guy. Deserves way more love. Way more love. Huh? I actually want to know if Thor would have survived falling in that pod or not. And who would actually win between Black Widow and Hawkeye? I still think Hawkeye would win. Because I feel that Clint, he does say he was holding back because he still had part control of it. And I honestly think Hawkeye would win the fight between, if it was a fair fight. Because they haven't had a fair fight because of this. And in Civil War, they never really got the chance. I know I just got some comments up, but it's not working at the moment on my tablet. So I'm going to have to try something. Hello, Archivist. Or Batmania Returns.
Your heroes are scattered. Your floating fortress falls from the sky. Where is my disadvantage? You lack conviction. I open
Before he comes back alive, last thing he does is, of course, blast the idiot in the face. And also the destroy gun comes back in Agent Shield, going on to earlier when I was talking about how they tie in together. This bit, last time I watched, the first time I actually noticed, you see Cap dangling, like he's holding on, he's dangling, and I only realised that on the 49th viewing. It's just.
Captain the lever. Lever.
No.
How about it? Stay awake. Eyes on me.
We love you, Coulson. We do. I'm so glad he's coming back for Captain Marvel because he left so soon, far too soon, even though it did suit this in a minute when the Avengers properly come together, as well as Agent Shield and the storyline that was in that, which wouldn't have been able to happen if it wasn't for this, of course.
Agent Coulson is down. Medical team is on its way to your location.
Coulson! He's the greatest man I ever knew.
Please let Phil Coulson's down. Guess he never did get you to sign it. You're dead in the air. Our communications, location of the cube. So, I got nothing to say. Lost my one good eye.
I love how they use this scene in the teaser for Infinity War because, like I said, in the teaser reaction and early on, I get goosebumps just thinking about.
We were going to build an arsenal of defense. I never put all my chips on that number, though, because I was playing something even risky. There was an idea. Start places. Called the Avengers Initiative. The idea was to bring together a group of remarkable people. See if they could become something more. See if they could work together when we needed them to.
Like I said, Infinity War, they're going to need to.
Phil Coulson died still believing in that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Heroes. Well, it's an old tradition.
I forgot what this actor's name is, but he's in Alien and Cool Hand Luke and Red Dawn, and he died quite last year, I think.
Nobody around here to get hurt. Did scare the hell out of some pigeons, though.
Lucky.
What was good aim? You were awake when you fell.
You fell? wasn't 50 until you shrunk down to a regular size fellow. Hey. You an alien? What? In outer space, an alien.
I remember Bob Jenkins telling me that someone actually thought that the Hulk was an alien inside Bruce Banner's body. Everything's gonna be alright.
Is that what you know? You ever had someone take your brain and play? You know this idea behind me.
They know that I do.
Why am I back? How'd you get him out?
Cognitive recalibration.
Like I was saying, Joss Whedon's dialogue and character development is very good, especially in scenes like this, especially building up the relationship between the two characters, like I had mentioned earlier on, or in the other part. And like I said, Jeremy Renner saying Hawkeye as Hawkeye rather than being taken over could have had more, but this is about an hour in and he's back. An hour left, I mean. So it's a good part of the movie that he's Hawkeye and not taken over. So I'm not going to have a go at the guy. Love him.
Yeah, sweet.
I don't know. Whoever's left.
Well, you're as I saw. Sleep better, I saw.
I don't sound like you.
You don't. You're a spy, not a soldier. Now you wade into a war. Why? Where did Loki do?
He didn't just... He compromised. I got right on my own track. I had to work it out.
No. It was a cellist. Sorry. He was busy. Why? For believing? For taking on Loki alone. He was doing his job. He was out of his league. You should have waited. You should have. Sometimes there isn't a way out. Right. Is this the first time you lost a soldier? We are not soldiers.
They're going to have to be
I'm not
soldiers.
punching the Fury's left. Neither am I. He's got the same blood in his hands that Loki does. But right now we gotta put that behind us and get this done. Now, Loki needs a power source. We can put together a list. Isn't that personal? That's not the point. That is the point. That's Loki's point. He hit us all right where we live. Why? To tear us apart. Yeah, not conquer us. Great, but he knows he has to take us out to win, right? That's what he knows. He wants to beat us. He wants to be seen doing it. He wants to hunt us. Right. That is actually good. That's just previews. This is opening night. Loki, he's a full-time fever. With flowers, parades, monument built to the skies with his name plastered.
I love how they do show how smart Stark is, especially in scenes like that. This is earlier in the film than I remember. Because it's about 40 minutes left. 50 minutes left.
I'll tell you on the way. Fly one of those jets.
Oh, this is what I was talking about.
Yeah, suit. Suit up.
pick my hammer up. That was about.
You guys don't know what else to be in here, son.
Just don't.
Sir. Asian Hill.
These cards were in Colson's locker.
They were in Colson's locker. Not Miss Jackson.
They needed to push. No problem. Get our communications back up, whatever you have to do. I want eyes on everything. Sir, I've turned off the autopilot. The device is already
I'm going through.
Shut it down, Dr. Selvig.
It's too late! You gotta stop now.
Swash.
You have to show us something! A new universe.
Literally backfired his face. Or blew up his face.
Secure energy. It's unbreachable. Yeah, I got that. Plan B. Sir, the Mark 7 is not ready for deployment. Then skip the spinning rims. We're on the clock.
Please tell me you're going to appeal to my humanity.
Actually, I'm planning to threaten you.
Should have left your armor on for that.
Yeah. Seen a bit of mileage, and you got the close stick of destiny. Like drink?
Stolen you entertainment.
No. Threatening. No drink, you sure?
Vegetarian company. Nothing will change that. What have I to fear?
The Avengers. That's what we call ourselves. Sort of like a team. Earth's mightiest heroes, that thing.
Yes. I've met them.
Takes us a while to get any traction on that one. But let's do a head count here. Your brother, the demigod. Super soldier, living legend, who kind of lives up to the legend. A man with breathtaking anger management issues. A couple of master assassins, and you! You managed to piss off every single one.
That was the plan.
Not a great plan. When they come, and they will, they'll come for you.
I have an army.
We have a Hulk.
I think the beast is one wrong.
You're missing the point. There's no throne. There is no version of this where you come out on top. Maybe your army comes.
This could be said for Thanos. Maybe not maybe. He is going to be too much for the Avengers. He is too much. But they're going to have to... I'm giving up hope in them saving humanity, but they can avenge us. Hopefully.
Well, performance issues. Not uncommon. Service. Time out.
You all fall before me.
Boy! And there's one other person you pissed off.
His name is Phil.
His name is Phil.
Yeah, just avenge Phil Coulson. And this started the trend of any sci-fi movie that was trying to be the next Avengers movie having a big thing in the sky. And that's how it was born, kids. Even though Transformers Dark Queen was being developed at the same time, so that's understandable. But still. I'm probably not going to talk much in this bit because I just love this onwards even more. I wonder if they're going to be using the same sort of portals to get troops down to fight the Avengers and stuff during Infinity War. My left arm's gone numb, is that normal? I'm really excited for Infinity War, so because I have ADD and other stuff, and I'm just getting really shaky. It's not too good, to be honest. It's Sally! Beth the waitress. Yes, her name's Beth. The one that looks out the window and is in the deleted scene with Cap, is played by the person that plays Ellie in The Last of Us, which is my favourite game.
Loki! Turn off the Tesseract or I'll destroy it. You can't. There is no stopping it. There is only the war. So be it.
Loki's over the top, but not laughingly over the top like Ares was, or Lex Luthor. I'm not having a go at DC. Just how they're over the top. Malekith was over. I know it's my company, it's called Malekith. Was over the top in a bad way, but Loki in this is over the top in a good way.
What, did you stop for drive-through? Swing up park, I'm gonna lay him out for you. So, we have more income. Fine. Let's keep him occupied.
Yeah.
No. Hawk down, Hawk down. You put Black Widow, Hawk heads go. The Black Hawk down.
You see this? See, still working on believing. Where's Banner? Is he showing up yet? Banner? Just keep me posted.
It's still amazing at how much the CGI holds up. Like, thinking that Green Lantern came out a year before this, and this is 10, 20 times better.
It's too late to stop.
And that had a bigger budget than this, believe it or not. And also in Ragnarok they call back to this, because Thor got stabbed when he was a kid as well by Loki, because he pretended to be a snake, and then because he knew Thor liked snakes, and then so Thor picks up the snake to admire it, and then turned back into Loki, and they stabbed him like, get.
Got civilians trapped.
Sorry, I just got an email up on my phone, so that's why I just went on that.
We got this. It's good.
You think you can hold them off? Captain?
Do my genuine pleasure.
Be my genuine pleasure.
Talking about me knowing the lines, I walked in and then I knew lines of one of the conversations in this, and then my mum walked in the room and then she was like, "You are so sad." I'm not sad. It makes me happy. Like, this all makes me happy, and that's all anyone can have. Like my brother, football makes him happy. He gets to say more about football. Everyone has their own, or soccer if you're not British. Everyone has their own thing, and it's just about respecting everyone's own thing. And this guy, not the older police officer, but the young one, is an Agent Carter who plays Daniel Souza.
You need men in these buildings. There are people inside that can be running right to the line of fire. You take them through the basement or through the subway. You keep them off the streets. I need a perimeter as far back as 39th. Why the hell should I take orders from you?
I need men in those buildings. Lead the people down and away from the streets. I'm gonna set up a perimeter all the way down to 39th Street.
Well, we got his attention. What the hell does that do?
What's the story upstairs? The power surrounding the cube is impenetrable.
Door's right. You gotta deal with these guys.
How do I do this?
As a team, I have unfinished business.
You know, people say you notice new stuff every time. I'm probably just overthinking this, but that bit, it goes into Age of Ultron when he's like, "We'll do that together as a team," and I think it ties into that.
So, this all seems horrible.
I've seen worse.
Sorry.
No, we could
Do it
use
worse.
a little
Huh.
less.
Stuck. You got him. Banner. Just like you said.
Tell him to suit up. I'm bringing the party to you.
Thanks, new subscriber.
I don't
Your name didn't come up, but thanks for the sub. Highly appreciated. Thanks.
Dr. Banner. Now might be a really good time for me to get angry.
That's my secret,
That's
Captain.
my secret, Captain. I'm always angry.
Dun, 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 Sorry about that. Got a bit carried away.
Guys,
Call it.
Oh yes.
Listen up.
Woo.
So we can close that.
It's about to be
portal
the.
Mark, I want you on that roof. Eyes on everything. Call out patterns and strays. Star, you got the perimeter. Anything gets more than 3 blocks out, you turn it back or you turn it to ash. Wanna give me a lift?
Right. Better clench up, Nicholas.
The bit when it spins around, sorry,
You gotta try and bottleneck that portal.
is
Slow him down. You got the lightning.
one of the best movie scenes in my opinion of this decade,
Stay here on the ground.
and it's influenced so much. You think every studio's trying to do a connected universe basically because of this film. And it's just, in some ways it's bad, but then you've got these, so it's good.
Sir, the council is on.
Stark? I got a spray stick in your tail.
Just trying to keep them off the streets.
But they can't bank with a dam. Find a tight corner.
I will roger that.
And going back to what I was saying about the second round, I hope there's a scene like that with loads of characters in Infinity War, or in multiple locations, so then it cuts between different locations with them all in a circle, different circles. That'd be brilliant.
Nice call.
And I love how in Civil War they also acknowledge this damage, because some criticism of this film was that there's no result of the damage, but then in Civil War they go into it, which is brilliant. They kind of do that in Batman v Superman, but in my opinion not as well as in Civil War, which is quite unique for comic movies to actually be dealing with that, even though Hancock, I guess, kind of did that. No.
Captain Ernest is going to be in the damn thing.
Some stuff just fell down. Or someone's broken in my house. While I'm watching a Marvel movie is a good time to do it, since I'm not going to be paying attention.
You sure about this?
It's going to be fun.
Woo! Doesn't look like fun. Oh, I love this bit. How it just cuts between all the Avengers in one shot. It's obviously not one shot, but how it follows all of them while they're doing this. Woo! And this, of course, ties into the start of Spider-Man: Homecoming. Oh yes, Mobius bit. Just the rivalry being brewed up between friendly rivalry. It's not like Tony and Steve's, but between Banner and Thor. I don't think that is him, but that just sounded like Adrian Pasdar. Because I'm watching the stream on this, it looks really weird once I see myself, but with a few seconds of delay on this.
Director Fury, the council has made a decision.
I recognize the council has made.
I love this bit.
But given that it's a stupid ass
Decision,
I don't
I'm
think
elected to
you
ignore it.
You're closer than any of our subs.
Hello, viewer!
Is the island of Manhattan, Councilman. Until I'm certain my team can't hold it, I will not order a nuclear strike against the
Civilian population.
If we don't hold it here, we lose everything. Let's send that bird out we already have.
I just love Black Widow's comments in this, and then in Age of Ultron when she's fighting. But like in Age of Ultron when she's riding the motorbike, and then she goes beep beep. Just little things like that Joss Whedon puts in. Yes, it's supposed to be the puny god.
You all of you beneath me. I am a god, you dull creature. But I will not be bullied by you. Puny god. The scepter.
Doctor,
Look, the scepter. Yeah, the Tesseract can't fight. You can't protect against yourself.
it's not your fault. You didn't know what you were doing.
Actually, I think I did. I built in the safety to cut the power source.
Loki Scepter.
Maybe it's
The-
close to
Beam that the Tesseract is in, the base of it that's sending up, looks very Kirby-esque, and I don't know if they did that deliberately. They definitely do it deliberately in Guns Galaxy Ragnarok and that, but I don't know if they meant it in this, but that always looks very Kirby-esque, like in early Fantastic Four, something Reed Richards would make, or something like that. I know it obviously isn't, but which could be funny if Stark Tower does become the Baxter Building.
You ever hear the tale of Jonah?
I wouldn't consider him a role model.
Quick Bible studies there for you. I love this bit because it looks like everyone's being beaten down, which shows that these heroes could easily lose. Like that, they only won by a 1% chance, and not 1% because Infinity War is going to be like 0.000 if they do win. Which I don't think they will. I don't want them to. I want Thanos to win, but anyway, let's carry on watching this film instead of talking about the next film. Not this film, the one. We'll see later.
Director Fury is no longer in command. Override order 7 Alpha 1-1.
7 Alpha 1-1 confirmed. Go for takeoff.
Sir, we have a bird in motion. Anyone on the deck? We have a rogue bird.
Oh, this is what I was talking about when Fury destroys one with a rocket launcher and then gets the next one, tries to shoot next one with a pistol. That guy almost died! You could just eject out of you. Oh no, this is the bit when he just tries to try to line it up with this jet like he could shoot it down with a pistol. If anyone could, Samuel Jackson could, but
Your missile hit
what
straight
happened?
for the city. How are
This is the bravest thing Tony Stark has ever done and probably ever will. Is the flying up the nuke.
Everything we got into the thrusters. I just
I'll be 1 minute.
Destination in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Mark.
ready for another bout?
What, you getting sleepy?
Can anybody help me? I can shut the portal down.
Do it! No, wait. Stop, these things are still coming. I got a nuke coming in. It's gonna blow in less than a minute. I know just
And I was saying this is the bravest thing Tony Stark has ever done. But you can probably redeem himself from Civil War and Infinity War. No thoughts against that because they obviously want to redeem him if this or the next one is his last film. I remember someone started crying, and I'm not gonna make fun of people crying that much because I'm probably gonna cry in Infinity War. But when they thought he died, and that's one of the many memories. Like I said, I remember so much from that, and that's that and Avengers of the Sith, The Incredible Hulk, and The Mount Rambat are the film memories and Avatar, the film memories I have the strongest of.
There's no slowing down.
So I just had to put my phone plugged into the laptop so that it can charge.
What just happened? Please tell me nobody kissed me. You're lying. Alright, hey. Alright, good job, guys. Let's just not come in tomorrow. Let's just take a day. You ever tried shawarma? Huh? There's a shawarma joint about 2 blocks from your...
I should have mentioned it earlier on. When they're fighting, behind them, you actually see a shawarma joint place, and that shows that the whole view that Iron Man had during the battle, which I find quite interesting.
It's all the same to you.
I'll have that drink. This is a lot shorter than I actually said it was. It was meant to be 2 hours 27 minutes, but it's almost over. Unless the credits are that long, and then I'm going to have to ramble until the after credit. I love you too, Thor! I don't know if that's Mike Peterson from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but it looks like him, and I've always thought it was Stanley. I always thought it could have been him, because they do mention that he had a wife, so it could be. And it is long enough after this, so... Beth the waitress! My Ellie from Last of Us.
I'm not currently tracking their whereabouts. I'd say they've earned a leave of absence.
And the Tesseract?
Tesseract is where they belong. Out of our reach. That's not true. I didn't make it. I just didn't like it with the God with me. So you let him take kids?
Good decision. Well, we shouldn't have anything that powerful.
Oh, I think he will.
Even S.H.I.E.L.D. I'd rather Thor have it, actually. Yeah. And, like you said, don't argue him.
I don't think you understand what you've started. I'm letting the Avengers loose on this world. They're dangerous.
They surely are. And the whole world knows it. Every world knows it.
Thanos probably didn't get the memo, though, did he?
Stay. I promise.
Yeah, this is, unless the credits are 27 minutes long. 20 minutes long, sorry. Case was wrong.
You get into a situation like this again, what happens then?
He'll come back.
You really sure about that?
Right,
Why?
Because we'll need him to.
because we'll need them to.
Yeah, this is shorter than I said it was. Dun, 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 dun. And now for the absolutely epic theme. Yeah, this is one of my all-time favourite movie themes. But I prefer the Age of Ultron theme though, like Age of Ultron Heroes. is my all-time favourite comic book theme, followed by this or the first Avenger and then Civil War. But this is beautifully done. Enough of the after.
They are not the cowardly wretches we were promised. These men, they are unruly and therefore cannot be ruled. To challenge them is to court death.
I think I was also the only person in cinema who knew Thanos was dead. I heard someone go, "Why is Hellboy purple?" and why Hellboy is a villain and stuff like that. And apparently, quite a few people thought that Thanos was Hellboy, which is obviously not. And like I've said before, Thanos is my all-time favorite comic book villain. And this teaser, and I think they did. People say there should have been more of him. No. If anything, there should have been slightly less than the first Guardians of the Galaxy. I know he's only got like 7 minutes combined screen time, but he should have had even smaller in that. So it's only a few in those films, so that it built up to this. And even though as soon as Thanos comes out of the portal in the first teaser, which is the only trailer I've seen, but I just broke down as he looks. I know people complaining that he doesn't have the helmet, which is in the latest trailer. I've seen the pictures, I haven't watched it, but he looks absolutely. And I've done a video on the CG. He looks absolutely brilliant, and in this he looks brilliant. But the special effects and industrial light and magic technology is obviously improved since this was made, and you can, like I said, you can see hairs on Thanos, and it's in that much detail. And I'm going to be seeing it in IMAX later, so I hope that that's throughout the film, which I'm sure it will be, and it's brilliantly done. But this music, I personally don't like this music, and they put songs like this at the end of them. I don't like. What I want is the I can't remember who did it, but the Earth's Mightiest Heroes theme tune from the animated series. That, like I said in my love for the Avengers video, is what got me into the Avengers before this came out. This and another, the original Avengers series. This song. This song. Yeah, put this on instead. This one. I'd also like there was before Spider-Man Homecoming, they had the original Spider-Man music from the animated series. I know they're not going to do that, but I would love that to be done with the Avengers Estimated Heroes music before during the title the Marvel School bit. I'd love that. And yeah, animation lead Stephen King, spelt the same way as the Stephen King, the author. Interesting. Maybe he does this in his spare time. But yeah, this film, like I said, set up so many stuff. It made DC. It kicked DC into making their extended universe. Universal, Godzilla, and Kong. It's made them do that, and it's just had such a massive effect on modern cinema, and that can't be slapped down. It has, even if you don't like this movie, you have to admit the impact it's had, and especially with it leading into the MCU, which is the most successful movie franchise of all time, even more successful than Star Wars. And I don't want there to be any conflict between the two, because I love both. I'm a Marvel fanboy first, but Star Wars in a close second. And I really don't want conflict between them, but I'm probably going to go see Deadpool 2, but Infinity War, even then, is going to annihilate Solo Star Wars story. Because I know they've announced 3 movies for it now, but it's just not cool for it. But I forgot what I was saying, but what it's done for cinema is just brilliant, and it'll go down in this film will go down in history for its brilliant special effects, character development, and stuff, and bringing standalone movies together into this. It will always be known for that, and it's obviously led into what could possibly be one of, if not the biggest film of all time, Infinity War, which is one of the most, if not the most anticipated movie of all time. There's tickets outsold. I mean, The Force Awakens and social media hype has been more. So this could it could overtake Avengers, which is the 3rd highest grossing international movie of all time, highest grossing super comic movie of all time, and Infinity War could easily overtake that. Now for the shawarma scene, I just love this. And it just sums up, they're tired, they want food, and thanks for watching. This has been the Knights of Thanos, and look forward to reviewing Infinity War for you later, as I'm sure it'll be good. I just hope I don't get caught too up in my hype, or it doesn't live up to my expectations, as I'm holding it to Infinity, which is my favourite Marvel story, which it's going to loosely adapt. And yeah, but thanks for watching, and remember, just subscribe somehow.